Hey guys, welcome to a bit of a different video on my channel. I'm just going to show you what the time is. You can see here, it's going to be a bit back to front, but it's 21:52 on Sunday the 3rd of April. So it's 10 to 10. And WrestleMania is going to start in 2 hours, UK time. But I'm not going to watch it live, as I've said in today's WWE video. I'm watching it tomorrow morning with some friends of mine. But I've decided that I am going to give you my predictions. So I've got the matches up on my TV, so I can go through them match by match. I'm going to do it in the order that it's on here, but it won't be the running order for the actual pay-per-view, because there's no way they're going to do Triple H versus Roman Reigns' first match. So, there are 3 pre-show matches going on. So I'll go through those quickly first. First match is Kalisto versus Ryback for the United States Championship. I think as much as Ryback's been on good form since he's turned heel, I do think that Kalisto still has time left with the belt. So I'm going to give that match to Kalisto, and Kalisto is going to retain his United States Championship. Into match number 2, which is the 5-on-5 10 Diva Tag Team match. Team Bad and Blonde, which is the team of Tamina, Naomi, Emma, Summer Rae, and Lana, taking on Team Total Divas of Alicia Fox, Paige, Natalya, Brie Bella, and Eva Marie. And no, Donboy96, I am not changing the time I start WrestleMania. I've already changed it by an hour. I'm not changing it again. So, sorry about that. It just appeared up on my screen. That's why my finger went across like that. So, now, it's Lana's first ever match inside WWE. But I'd like to think that Team Total Divas are going to win that. But again, with it being Lana's first match, they may want to try and push the heels a bit more. Or again, creative may go, actually we want Team Total Divas to come out on top because we want the fans to cheer Eva Marie. Which is never going to happen. Because I don't like Eva Marie, and I don't think the majority of the fans like Eva Marie either. So, but I am going to go Team Total Divas for that one. I could be wrong, but that's what my head's saying at the moment. And the third and final pre-show match is a Orthodox tag team match, and it is the Usos versus the Dudley Boys. Now this one, I'm actually going to go with the Dudleys. Purely because I've seen stuff on social media that Bubba Ray, is teasing the fact that they might use a table in the match. Or a table at some point. So maybe that's going to be during that match. It could be after the match, before the match. I don't know. But with that in mind, I'm going to go with the Dudleys to win that pre-show match. So, on to the main card itself. I am going to go from bottom to top just because it does the main event last then. The New Day versus the League of Nations in a 4-on-3 tag team match. Quick thing to note here, the tag team titles are not on the line. There was a lot of talk that the tag team titles were going to be on the line, and then they weren't, then they were, then they weren't, then they were. And then now it's been confirmed by WWE that the tag team titles are not on the line tonight at WrestleMania. It's just a 4-on-3 handicap match with the League of Nations of Rusev, Sheamus, King Barrett, and Alberto Del Rio taking on the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. Now, I'm going to say it, I am a massive fan of the New Day. I love the New Day so much. They are so funny. Lucy hates the New Day so badly. So I know for a fact Lucy's going to pull for the League of Nations in this. But I've got to go with my boys. I've got to go with the POP, the power of positivity, and I'm saying that the New Day are going to win that 4-on-3 handicap match. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Now, there's still 4 people to be named in that match. So, I can't really pick a winner for that without knowing who's completely in the match. But from who's been announced, of course, you've got the big names. You've got your Kane, you've got Big Show, you've got Swagger, you've got Mark Henry. I'm hoping that there's going to be some sort of twist, and maybe a couple of NXT guys are going to jump in on this. Maybe a couple of NXT guys that aren't, well, people that aren't in the show themselves. In terms of who, I've got no idea. But I think it could be a good idea for WWE to bring up people like Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. They've already wrestled on the main roster before. They wrestled at WWE Roadblock in a losing effort for the tag team titles. The NXT tag team titles, I should say. So I think that would be a good time. This will be a good time for them to come up, possibly. There is also rumours escalating about someone else coming up, but that'll be later on in this video. So in terms of the Honor of the Giant Battle Royal, I don't know, because there is also rumours that Cesaro is going to come back from injury. So if Cesaro comes back, that's going to be amazing. But again, I don't know. So I'm not going to pick a winner for the Honor of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, purely because everyone hasn't been announced and I don't know who's in the match. But I would love if Cesaro came back and won it for a second time. So, you know what? That's what I'm going to say. Cesaro's going to return, and Cesaro will win the Honor of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Now, this is AJ Styles' first ever WrestleMania. And Jericho's come out a lot and said that he's going to beat AJ at WrestleMania, and his first WrestleMania is going to be his last WrestleMania. I'm calling bullcrap. I really am. I'm calling bullcrap on it. AJ's going to kick Jericho all around the AT&T Stadium, and AJ Styles will win on his debut at WrestleMania. So, into the ladder match for the IC Championship. Kevin Owens, the champion, facing off against Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, Miz, and Stardust. Interesting that Zack Ryder's in the match. He is actually a late replacement for the injured Neville. That was the original plan. It was going to be Neville in the match instead, and that would have been my pick. Neville would have been my pick to win that match. Purely because he's such a brilliant technical wrestler. He's an amazing high flyer, and he's British. But for this one, I'd love to see Sami Zayn win this match and become the Intercontinental Champion. I just absolutely love it. If you've got the WWE Network and you haven't watched TakeOver Dallas, go and watch it. Just for Sami Zayn's match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh my god. It was 20 minutes of the two of them beating the living hell out of each other. It was an amazing match, and I think probably the best match on NXT TakeOver Dallas. And, I mean, that was main evented by Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. So, I'm saying Sami Zayn for that. Divas triple threat for the title. Charlotte, Becky, Sasha. I don't care who wins it, so long as it's not Charlotte. Charlotte annoys the living heck out of me. I mean, when Ric Flair was first coming through and he was all the mouthy, I loved it. But now it just feels like WWE have gone, oh, well, you're Ric Flair's daughter. You can do the same thing. And that bores me. That bores me to hell. I don't like it one bit, so I want to see a new champion. Ideally, it's going to be Becky Lynch. But then again, Sasha Banks definitely deserves a title run with the Divas title, especially with the escalated rumours that after WrestleMania, we're going to get yet another brand split, which will mean that there will be another women's championship. So that could be very interesting. Of course, if they do a brand split and they do have another women's championship, then Charlotte will more than likely win it, which will be annoying, but we'll see where we go from there. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred street fight. Now, I'm a bit of a nutcase myself, so I've got to go with my fellow lunatic there, Dean Ambrose. All the stuff with all these Hall of Famers giving him their weapons of choice, Mick Foley with the baseball bat, Who else was there? Terry Funk with the chainsaw. It's just, oh my god. So, yeah, I'm definitely going with Dean Ambrose for that match. I mean, Brock's going to give him a fight. They will have a fight. They won't wrestle. They will actually fight. Let me just move my controller a bit, just so we can get a bit more light in. There we go. They're going to fight. This isn't going to be a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight. A straight up fight. Almost lost you there. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be a straight out fight. There's not going to be any wrestling in this. This is literally going to be ground and pound, beat the hell out of each other for 15-20 minutes. And I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. Dean Ambrose is going to get taken to Suplex City, but he's going to walk out as the winner. Because, yeah, Lesnar may have Suplex City, but he's never walked into the Ambrose Asylum yet. So just watch for that. Dean Ambrose will beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania tonight. Now, into the co-main event. I'm assuming it's going to be a co-main event anyway, due to the amount of hype that there has been surrounding this match. And you probably know the one I'm talking about. Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. If Shane wins, he gets control of Raw, and The Undertaker can never wrestle at WrestleMania again. Now, I'm going to probably get a lot of hate for saying this, but if you're going to watch WrestleMania, even if you're not planning on watching WrestleMania at the moment and you're a wrestling fan, watch WrestleMania tonight, because it will be the last time you see The Undertaker wrestle. Shane McMahon is going to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and this is what I think is going to happen. Vince McMahon has been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks that The Undertaker is his puppet of destruction, basically. He's using The Undertaker to attack Shane, to break Shane down, and to beat him into submission. So, Shane's about to win this match. The lights are going to go out. Or, in fact, no, the lights won't go out. Triple H, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and probably a couple of other guys from like the Authority group, maybe your Kane and Big Show or someone like that, maybe even a returning Seth Rollins. All the League of Nations will run down, try and attack Shane. The lights will then go out. And when the lights come back on, you're going to see three men standing in that ring next to Shane McMahon. They are Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, and Finn Balor. And they're calling themselves Bulletproof. Bulletproof, formerly known as the Bullet Club, are going to debut at WrestleMania. They're going to debut at Mania, and they are going to beat the living heck out of the Authority. Shane McMahon will more than likely then end up hitting some crazy move either through the top of the steel cage, or he'll do a coast-to-coast from one corner to the other, hit Taker, put him into the middle of the ring, and for all we know, it could literally be the case of, I'm going to beat you with your own finishing move, hit him with a tombstone, referee's going to count the three, 1, 2, 3, Shane gets control of Monday Night Raw, and with that WWE, Undertaker never wrestles at WrestleMania again, comes out on Raw the following night, and does what Sting did last night at the Hall of Fame ceremony, and announce his retirement. The Undertaker will not wrestle another WrestleMania. This will be his last year in the WWE. He is going to retire this year. Probably either tonight or tomorrow night on Raw. So be prepared for that. I don't want it to happen. I love Taker. I absolutely adore The Undertaker. He is a bona fide legend already. He is a Hall of Famer. He's not going to go... Well, he's not in yet, but I can assure you now, he will be in that Hall of Fame next year for sure. They were going to put him in this year, but because they're putting Sting in, they're not going to put Taker and Sting in on the same year. So The Undertaker will definitely be the main inductee for the 2017 Hall of Fame. because he is going to retire at some point over WrestleMania weekend. I don't want to say that and I don't want to believe it, but it's going to happen. Unfortunately. So, on to the main event of the evening. Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, this is a bit of a weird one because WWE TV have been promoting this as just a normal match. But I've seen pictures that people have tweeted from the surrounding area of the AT&T Stadium stating that Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the world title is actually going to be no disqualification. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not. I would love it if it were true, but I don't know. So I can't confirm nor deny whether that is going to happen. If it is a no disqualification match or not, it's not going to change my prediction. Roman Reigns will walk out of Dallas your new World Heavyweight Champion. People don't want to believe it, but Roman Reigns is the face of the company. People are still saying it's John Cena, it's Seth Rollins. It's not. It's not Seth, it's not John, it's not Hunter, it's Roman Reigns. He is the future of the WWE, and as much as the fans hate him and hate to admit it, it's gonna happen, and Roman Reigns is going to walk out of WrestleMania 32 as the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't mind Roman as a wrestler. I like Triple H as a wrestler as well. These two are going to beat the living hell out of each other, just like Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar will, and just like The Undertaker and Shane McMahon are going to do. And I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing pay-per-view. Of course, we've got The Rock appearing as well. The Rock's obviously got something planned. We don't know what it is yet. All we know that is going to happen is that he is appearing at WrestleMania. We've got performances from Fifth Harmony. They're performing the national anthem. Flow Rider is going to perform one of his songs, of the song that WWE are using as a theme song for WWE WrestleMania 32. So you've got two performances there. There'll probably be some sort of third performance as well. They're going to do the Hall of Fame thing like they normally do, bringing all the inductees out on stage. I know for a fact as soon as Sting's music hits, the crowd are going to go bonkers because of what he said last night when he did retire from professional wrestling. He's come out and said he didn't